Peace, my YouTube peoples. It is Angela Vibe, whichever one you want to refer to me as. I got a comment about a month ago that I'm just getting to from oh2dawhat, and she had a couple questions for me because her son has CP, which is cerebral palsy, like my 7-year-old does. Hers was due to her son's cerebral palsy was due to lack of oxygen to his brain, the same as my son. She says her son is always gurgly and congested because he cannot swallow either. And my son he is having that problem, but I don't think it's as bad as her son because he doesn't gurgle, but he does drool a lot. And then she wants to know, how do I keep strong? How do I keep strong? I have my other 3 children that are always willing to help me with whatever I need to get done with Nation. They help me a lot. Just knowing that he was left here for a reason, and he's come so far from where he was when he was first born, so it gives me a lot of hope. He's actually the inspiration for me. He's what keeps me strong, because I mean, for a child who can't walk, stand up, really can't talk, he's very smart. He understands a lot. Drools, he can't write. He just stays so happy and so vibrant and so full of life that it really doesn't bother me that he has this disability. Now she has another question for me. So basically, I stay strong just by knowing and understanding that he's here for a reason, and that he shows how strong he is, so why not be that strong? And he's the one who's dealing with it. Her next question is, does he go to school? Yes, he does go to school. He is 7 years old, which he should be in the 2nd grade, but he was held back in kindergarten, so he is still in the 1st grade. I don't have any, well, yeah, I do have some of the papers with me. He does his own classwork. As you can see, he does circles, but not as good. Let's see if he has anywhere he traces. And right now, what they're doing is they're working with him on his name. And he has this, they make these sheets out for him that have his name on it to where he can trace his name. So he cannot write his name yet. He really can't write. But he knows 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, he can do that. He can count. He knows his alphabet. He knows the days of the week. He knows some Spanish. But when it comes to actually like writing it down, those are the things that he has problems with. What's the next question she has? How was he as a baby? When he was born, he had to stay in the hospital and he only stayed there for 17 days. But as a baby, he was very, very stiff. It was very hard for me to lift his arms up, to open his legs, to change his pamper. And he never cried. He really never cried. What else as a baby? And when he was a baby, I always talked to him. I always told him he can do anything he wants. I told him that he can be anything. I told him that he could talk, because they told me he wouldn't talk. They told me he wouldn't do a lot of things. They basically told me he would be in a vegetative state, but he's not in a vegetative state now. He goes to school, he talks, and I really do think that was due to the family letting him know that we were there for him and that he can do anything regardless of what anybody tells him. So as a baby, me repeating all of that stuff and keeping that in his mind, in his memory, now he does basically everything he wants. And when he says he can't, I always tell him, no, you can. And next thing you know, he's doing what he thought he couldn't do. So that's that question. And she wants to know, has there been much improvement since? Yes, there has been much improvement since, and I really do think that the improvement that he has made is really not due to outside. It is all due to the love and care that we give him, and reminding him that he is one of us. He is normal. He just has a disability, and letting him know that he is special. And I mean, I know some cases of cerebral palsy are more severe than the next cases, but I mean, my son was dead for 10 minutes. When he was born, he was physically born dead. He did not take his first gasp of air till he was 11 minutes old, and he is here. He is actually here. He's talking, he's moving, and I honestly think that love, if you give your child that love, if you give the people around you so much love, because that's what I believe God is. God is love. We all have God inside of us. So if you give that love, you are actually enabling somebody to really think that they can do and be anything that they want. And that's what I instill in this beautiful child of mine. I instill that he can do anything, that he can be anything, because he is nation. He is nation. He's nation. He united our family in love. And so, I mean, he's wonderful. And I think that's the last question that you do have for me. I'm sorry I got back to you so late with this video. And I wish you so much luck, and just want you to know to just always tell him that you love him. Always tell him that he can do anything. I get down sometimes. I really do get down sometimes, and he'll look at me and he'll look at me and he'll say, "Mommy, you're the best. I love you." And that just makes me feel so much better, because he's honestly communicating with me like, you know, I know you do so much for me, and I love you so much. You're the best. And that makes it all worthwhile. So, sorry it's so long, but there is your video. There's the questions you wanted to ask me. And if anybody else has any questions about Nation, and if you want to know anything, if you want me to videotape some things, just let me know. So there you go. Oh to the what. Peace.